My hands are crusty. So today's video is going to be a quick brow tutorial just on how I get my everyday brow, my bold brow, quick brow. I have been asked a lot how I get them, so I figured I would go ahead and do a video for you guys. And don't forget to subscribe down below and share this video and give this video a thumbs up. I've been getting a lot of questions on how I fill in my brows, what products I use, what products I like, what products I don't like. So yeah, I have been growing them out. You can tell like right here, I do need them done, but I'm trying to let them grow as much as I can. It's because I want them to be a little bit thicker. For a natural brow, I'll go in with a pencil and Precisely My Brow by Benefit, and I use this shade number 4. This one is just really easy to apply. It has the really precise tip on there. It actually looks really natural. Every day I'll just normally go through with like a pencil and some brow gel. For other days when I want more of a bold brow, I'll go in with a pomade. And a pomade is more of like a gel. And I use the Anastasia dipbrow pomade, and this is what it looks like. It's just right here, which you apply this one with a brush. So how I normally prep my brow, I've been using this Benefit. I've been using the Benefit BrowVo conditioning primer, this one right here. So this is something that I go through my brows with before I put any product in them. Now this just helps to hold everything in place. Other products I know, like Wet n Wild, if you have like their little compact, it comes with like a wax in there. This is pretty much doing the same thing, but this does help to condition the hair, so there are good benefits from this one. Now I'm gonna go in first with my like everyday brow, which is using the Benefit Precisely My Brow pencil. So I go ahead and I start by lining the bottom of my brow. I never start right here in the middle because I want this to be the lightest part of my brow and then the tip be the darkest part. So I start right in the center and then flick the product out, and then always brush through. And then I start to move the product up the brow. And also by lining the top. And if you ever mess up your brow, it's okay because you can always go back in with concealer to clean it up. So this right here would be like a pretty natural brow for me. And also now I'm just going to apply a little bit of product right at the front of my brow and push that up. I don't really like to go in and fill in the top part of my brow because personally I just don't like it on myself. I do have thicker hairs right there, so I try to avoid really putting any product there. And then make sure you're always brushing the product through. I'm gonna go ahead and carve out the brow. Now you can use a concealer. Normally I'll go in with Shape Tape concealer. I'll use the Maybelline Age one, literally any concealer. Today I'm going to be using the Highbrow. Now this is if I'm like in a quick, like I'm just trying to hurry up, get through, put it on a brow, give it a little bit of definition, and go on about my day. This one right here, I do like this one. I need to start using it more. I don't know why I stopped using it so much. But this is the Benefit Highbrow. Now this one it does have like a light pink shade. It's just made to highlight the brow bone. I take it and I don't like to put a lot of product here. I try to avoid anything pretty much here. I just go ahead and line that, and then I'll bring it down a little bit, and then I'll take a brush like this one, just like a little flat shader brush, or it can be, I don't like to use anything bigger like what I normally use for my eye for concealer. I don't like to use this because this is way too big for that small area, so I use something kind of like this one. And what I do is I go ahead and just blend that down and then carve out the brow as you go. Now this is where you would come in, like I said, if you mess up your brow or anything like that, this will help to clean it up. Or if you don't have a pencil like this, you can also use concealer. Like a lot of people will go in and also carve out the top of their brow. I don't like to do that all the time, only if I'm trying to do something like extra or I want the look to be a little bit more bold, I'll go in and carve out the top. But every day I don't do that. I also go in and I set, and I'm going to be using the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. There are tinted brow gels, but I don't use the tinted unless I'm not really putting anything on my brows for the day. Now, brow gels, is it necessary to use one? No, but I like it better because I feel like it just makes it look more natural. It just brings all the hair forward. Boom. That right there is how I get my brow. Now this was using the pencil. This is like an easier go-to everyday brow. Now if I want to be a little bit more bold, I'll go in with the pomade, which I'm going to do on this side. But there's other options. So if you're not good with the pencil, you're not good with the pomade, there's also powders, which you can use an eyeshadow if you don't want to pay like $25 for a brow powder. Alright, for my next brow, this is something like I would do normally if I'm going out, if I'm doing like really bold makeup. I use the pomade. And you just want to use with the pomade, there's different brushes you can use. There are some brushes that have like a flat end like this. Some people like to use a brow brush that looks like that flat end. I personally don't like them just because my brow shape, and I feel like it just never comes out right. I've tried it before. I'm not a fan. Now this one right here is what I use to get my brows. So this is the Anastasia number 12. I love this brush. What I do, and I put the product, I always get a little bit of product to my brush, and then I take it here and I kind of just like press it to make the brush flat, but to pack the product in there. And once I do that, I go ahead and I line the bottom of my brow, just like I do with the pencil. Whenever you're using the pomade, you can go in with less product, and you always want to make sure you are brushing the product through the brow, because if not, when you're using a pomade, it can go downhill quickly. So start light and then build it up as you go. And then I'm just pushing the product up through my brow. And there are other brow brushes that you can use. It doesn't have to be this exact brush. I know Morphe now has like a brow brush. I have not personally tried it yet, but I am going to order it just to see how well it works. I also have a Tarte brush and an e.l.f. brush that looks exactly like this one. I mean, it's not as precise as this one, but it will do the job. Alright, and with the pomade, I'll also go on top of the brow to just line it, just to give it a little bit more definition. And always remember, brush through. I think a lot of people, when they're using pomades, a lot of things that I've ran into, like with working with clients and stuff, they tend to kind of just pack the pomade all in there without brushing through, so you're not spreading the product. If you go in and you just pack on product and you're not brushing it through, you're not going to know how much product you actually have on your brow, and then you end up with like Sharpie brows, and that's not what you want. And yes, I know my brows are not completely even. They're never even, and it's so annoying. I always have to kind of like draw more of an arch on this one because I don't have the same arch. This is like my favorite brow. This brow is, but the same thing. Just push the product up through the brow. And like you see on this side, I haven't even applied any product here. Normally I don't when I'm using a pomade because it just gets way too thick. Another question that I get a lot is, how do I know which shade to pick? How do I know which product to pick? Whatever works best for you, whatever is easier. If you're just starting with brows, I would go with a pencil or a powder. And then if you've been using the pencil more and you want something that's going to be a little bit more bold, then go in and try with a pomade. Also, when it comes to picking your shade, with light hair like blonde or anything, you do want to go 2 shades darker, a shade to 2 shades darker. Now if you have darker hair like mine, I have like that in between, that's why I'm using soft brown, because I do have blonde in my hair. But if you have dark hair like mine or darker hair than mine, you want to go 2 shades lighter, just so it doesn't look too crazy. But everybody has their own preference, so whatever you're more comfortable with using, definitely go for it. Alright, so now I'm going to use that Benefit Highbrow pencil just to line the bottom of my brow. And honestly, I think using a pencil like a concealer pencil. I know Anastasia has one as well. Just like this one is a little bit easier when you're just starting to carve out your brows. Just because concealer can get a little bit messy if you don't have a steady hand. Now I'm going to go ahead and set my brow with some gel. And also, if you don't have the money to go out and get an expensive brow gel, there is a dupe for this one, and it's the Milani, the clear brow gel. This one works really, really well too if you're just starting. So you can keep that in mind. That is pretty much how I get my brows. There's two different ways that you can do it. If you, like I said, if you want to go a little bit more bold on this side, you can use a pomade. It's just, it depends what day or how I'm feeling that day. But yeah, that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys enjoy videos like this, let me know in the comments down below. And I will try to do more little tutorials on like basic things like eyebrows or lashes or eyeliner or bronzer, blush, highlight, anything like that. Just let me know. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video.